It's a lovely Tuesday afternoon and I've had an inquiry on a Skoda Fabia. An inquiry which I'm not too keen on, so let's get into it. So I had a call earlier on this afternoon regarding the Skoda Fabia. Just the mere fact that I got a call and the phone rang got me a bit excited, considering it's so quiet at the moment. So I've had a call on someone who's interested in the Skoda Fabia. However, they live in Exeter, so it's about 190 odd miles away from Northampton. So it's about three and a quarter hours to get there roughly. And the person said he won't be able to come here to view it and stuff, so he's potentially going to ask me to get the car delivered to him. So it's going to be a distant sale, something that I'm not keen on, just because I tried to explain to him the situation. So he was like, do you get like a 2-week money back, quibble kind of guarantee kind of thing where you can just return a car? And I said it doesn't quite work like that. If the car is not as described, or there's a fault on the car which I haven't told him about, anything like that, then obviously he can reject the car, or I'll get it repaired. But I know this car is good because I've spent quite a lot of money on this car and it drives spot on. But I said to him, like, if you take the car and then you don't like the way it drives, or this, I don't know, like the seat's too high, all that kind of stuff, or the seating position isn't what you expect, or I don't know, like the rear mirrors, it's too small when you're like reversing and you think it's too small for you, that's not really a valid reason to reject the car. So he seemed to kind of understand that and he seemed happy with that. So he wanted to see what service history I had for the car, so I sent them all pictures of all of that across to him. But he did ask me a question which I've never been asked before in the cars that I've sold so far. He's asked for the dates of the tyres. So he wants to know when the years and the month, obviously he'll tell you the month and the year of when the tyres were manufactured, which I thought was a bit of a weird one, but I'm guessing he's been really thorough. So I'll just send over the dates of the tyres now over to him. I'm going to send him a quote for recovery. I did say to him, in terms of recovery, I'll just charge him what the recovery guy would charge me. I don't add any commission on top of that, unlike some dealers out there. And in terms of warranty, he was asking for 24 months warranty on the car. So I guess he is trying to protect the car, make sure the car is a good decent car that will last him a long time. So again, with the warranty, I will charge him what the warranty company charges me. I don't add any commission on top of that. So hopefully he'll be happy with all the details and everything that I've given him, and the price of the warranty and the recovery, and then, or delivery I should say, and then hopefully we can get this one moved on. Again, another one that I thought, considering automatics are really popular, one that would have gone and got sold quite quickly. Unfortunately, I think the previous customer who, well, a previous potential buyer who come and view this one, if you watch the previous videos, I had a girl who come and test drove this, really liked it. Unfortunately, she couldn't get the finance. She actually texted me the other day saying, is it still for sale, and would I take 6 grand for the car? And I said, it is still for sale, but I can't take 6 grand for the car. If I sell it for 6 grand, I'm making a loss. I have dropped the price on this by £200, so it was up for 6,795 when she viewed it, and now it's 6,595. So I did tell her, look, I've dropped the price by £200 as well, so can she just stretch to the extra 595 and then it's hers? But she hasn't got back to me. So yeah, let's see what happens with this one, and I'll keep you guys posted. So just picked up the service parts for the Kia Rio. So for the filters, I've gone for MAN, so oil filter, air filter. And for the brake pads and discs, I've gone for Pagid. So in terms of filters and stuff, there's no point, for my side of things, there's no point going for the cheap ones, because there's only a couple of pounds difference between MAN and the cheaper ones. And we all know, like, MAN filters are pretty good OEM spec and all that kind of stuff. And for the brakes, I usually go for Pagid because they seem to be mid-range, good set of pads and discs and stuff like that. So I can drop these off to my mechanic, get him to do the Kia Rio, and then hopefully he fixes the gearbox issue at the same time, and I'll keep you guys posted. 107, which was parked here, has now gone. So the customer come back, paid the balance. We're really happy with the car. She's taken it. Her daughter, who come down and collected the car with her, she even complimented how good the condition the car was. So that was really good. And we've got another 5-star Google review off that one, so that's really good. And as you can see, we've got the Kia Rio back from my mechanic. So we've done the service on it. So oil filter, air filter. We've got new disc pads. as you can probably see there, all the way around, because that was an advisory. I've changed the front two tyres because they were an advisory on the MOT as well. The tread was really good, it was just cracking in between the tread. So I want to give the car, or send the car out advisory free, so I've got that done. And the only other advisory on the car was the rubber on the brake paddle, which we've got changed. And if you watch the previous videos, you would have seen the big issue with this car was, well, not the big issue, a strange issue I should say, with this car was that dodgy gear knob. So let's see if my mechanic has managed to fix it. There we go, look at that. We're turning back into the middle now. We're going into gear smoothly. And then it pops back in, pops back in, pops back in, and pops back. So that's fantastic. It does stiffen up after a little while, but it's a lot better than before. And it drives fine. He said clutch and gearbox and all that stuff was all fine on the car. So I'll show you guys what he did. Just bear in mind, guys, I'm not a mechanic. So, but what he said to me was, you can see a lever, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, down here. That one just there. That actually moves the gear stick into the actual, where the gear selector should go. And then you've got this part there. Can you see that metal part down there? And that's the one, what he did. That's the one that returns the gear stick into the central location. You can see it just down there. And what he was saying, when he took that apart, and there's loads of, like, bear in mind, remember I got this car from Bournemouth, so he says there's lots of sand and stuff in there. And what he was saying, because it's made out of aluminium and it touches onto metal and stuff, it gets oxidized. So he's giving it a good clean, got out all of the sand that was in there. Inside there's like a rubber bushing inside that part there. Cleared it all up, and it's a lot better now. So that's fantastic news. So when I bought this car, I guess every second-hand car is always a risk. I thought maybe it was maybe needing a new gearbox or anything like that. I did ring up my mechanics, and they did say before I bought the car that it could be that issue that could be the issue. And luckily that was the issue, because it drives fine now. He said the gearbox is fine, like I said, the clutch is fine, it drives fine. So that is some good news. So where it would cost me potentially £700–800 for a gearbox and then a labour on top of that, or including a labour, we managed to fix it for not a big amount of cost. So I'm just going to get this one valeted now. Just needs a good clean. The weather's been really rough around here last couple of days, chucking it down, all that kind of stuff. That's the only problem I've got with having an outdoor storage location, is after it's all down to the weather, and I only can really do stuff and get cars pictured and videoed when weather's playing ball. So I'll just get this one valeted now and get it up for sale, and then we'll see how we get on with this one. 55,000 miles on the clock, low ownership, pretty much full service history, apart from I think it's 2 years that it's missing. So for 2014 plate, it's not too bad. We've done all the advisories, done the servicing, so hopefully it'll be a quick seller. Right, so regardless of the rain, and something I would normally wouldn't do, I still took pictures and a walk around video of the Kia. So I did get it valeted and all that kind of stuff. It come out really nice. I did try and take the pictures when it wasn't raining, but the heavens opened on me, so there's not much I can do. Hopefully the walk around video and all that kind of stuff and the pictures will give the potential customers a good idea of the condition of the car. It's really nice for the age and the mileage, so it's all good. So you guys might notice I've got a gap here. So going back to the previous part of the video, I've actually had two other customers who were interested in the Skoda Fabia. Both were not close to Northampton. One was about an hour and a half away, another one was about 2 hours away, and they both wanted to do a distance sale, which I always kind of apprehensive on, just because if they for whatever reason reject the car, which I have a right to, then I have to pay for the cost of getting the car back. And then one of them actually said, even though I've done a walk around video and all that kind of stuff, they wanted me to do a video call with them on the car. So I said that's fine, it's not a problem. So that when they asked for that, it was like late in the evening, so they said the next morning can I do a video call with them, which is fine. So we arranged a time. I come down here, called them, and no response. I was like, you've arranged for a time to have a video call, and then now you're not available and you never got back to me. It's just like both of them. I sent them all the information across, and I never heard back from either of them. So it was just bizarre. And that's sometimes what you get in the car business. And what I'm showing you here, guys, is the real life of being a car trader. If you watched my previous videos, you would have known I had a test drive in this from a customer who lived in Bicester. She come down with her boyfriend, really liked the car, but they wanted finance, to get it on finance. And I don't provide finance. The company that she wanted to use for the finance, I tried to get on boarded with them, but because I haven't been doing this for 12 months, they wouldn't onboard me. So we're a bit stuck then. And actually, when I just speak to her now, my thoughts go out to her and her boyfriend's family. I didn't hear from them for a few weeks because her boyfriend's granddad passed away in Italy, so that's why I didn't hear from them, and that's obviously really sad news. But she come across some money. She dropped me a text yesterday and said she wanted to go ahead with the car. Actually put the deposit down yesterday and just come and collected it today with one of her friends, which is fantastic. And in that meantime, during that time, I actually reduced the price of the car from when they viewed it by another £200. So for her, it worked out quite well in that kind of sense. So she got it £200 less than what they come and initially viewed it for. Obviously, my condolences and all my thoughts go out to her boyfriend's family and the loss of his granddad. So from the business point of view, that's good. We've got a gap there, and it's good that we've got some money back into the car, into the business, sorry, rather than just sitting in the car, sitting around and not getting any sales on getting the money back into the business. Just quick update on other things. So I'm waiting to hear back from my customer, repeat customer of mine, who was going to part exchange his Ibiza for the A-Class. He was supposed to go and pick it up from the garage that he sold it to. He had issues with the car and all that stuff. Issue with the catalytic converter. Apparently that's all been changed, and they did quite a bit of additional work on the car. So I'm waiting for him. I think he's driving it around and making sure it's all good before he part exchanges it in for this one. So I've messaged him, but I haven't heard back from him. So that's on hold for the time being. The SX4. So I had a test drive in this 2 days ago. A really nice guy actually. He's come to the UK as a student. He's only been here for 2 months. He really liked the car, but I think it was slightly outside of his budget. And he had a friend who lives in Wolverhampton who had a 2010 iX35 2-litre petrol, but that was a Cat N. So it was either between that or this car, and he wanted to do deliveries in it, and this is a 1.6 petrol. So I said it's up to him. I think the iX35 for a single guy is a bit big. This is slightly smaller, and obviously it's a smaller engine and stuff. But I think because of the budget, and I think the other car was cheaper, he's gone for that one instead, which is fair enough. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to win them all. But he seemed really nice, and I actually picked him up from Northampton because he didn't have a car. So I actually picked him up, brought him here, showed him around the car, which I will do if it's always local. Even if I said to him, they have no pressure in buying a car or not buying a car. All I want to do is provide you a service, and he seemed really happy with my service and all that kind of stuff. And he did say to me, when he does work and save some money up and he needs another car, he will come back to me, which is good news. And I also had 2 inquiries on our Vauxhall Viva that I got up for sale. So one lady who lived near Norfolk, which is almost 2 hours away from us, she was really interested in the car, but unfortunately because of the distance she wasn't prepared to travel that way. And I did say to her about getting delivery and all that kind of stuff, but she didn't seem too keen on that. And to be fair, even though I offered that, I'm not too keen on that. I prefer the customers come and saw it after they've seen it and are happy with it, how it drives and all that kind of stuff. If they want to go ahead and get it delivered, that's not a problem at all. I can get my recovery guy to do that. But didn't hear back from her, which is fair enough. And another email today. This is what you look. This is a life. This is a real life of a car dealer. I'm showing you how it is. So I had a email inquiry through Auto Trader on this car this morning from someone local asking if I do finance and how much is it for the deposit to secure the car. I responded back to her via email because on Auto Trader you get the customer can choose a contact preference, either call or email, and she put down email. So I responded to her email saying, unfortunately I don't do finance and it's £300 deposit to secure the car. Unfortunately I don't do finance. There's other ways that you can get finance through the banks, through car companies yourself, but I don't provide it. So I didn't hear nothing back from her. That was in the morning. And then come just after lunchtime, I get a call from my mobile number, which I missed, but I had a text message saying, I'm interested in the car. How much is it for deposit? Gave the number a call. And the lady who I spoke to said to me, how much is the deposit for the car? And I said, it's £300 deposit to secure the car. And she was like, what finance company do you use? Then I clicked on, it was the same lady who emailed me early in the morning, which I clicked on before when I saw her text message come through as well, because she messaged me when I missed the call saying she's interested in the car and all that stuff. And I just thought it was a bit of coincidence, 2 calls in one day for the same car, and asking about deposit and all that kind of stuff. So I said to her, oh, did you email me this morning regarding the car? And she just cut the phone off on me. So this is what you get, guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to help customers out and then they just put the phone down on you. That's not one of my cars in stock. I'm not sure where that's come from. Someone just parked here in the rugby club and just left it there. But guys, look, it's raining. Chucking it down. I'm out here showing you the real life story behind being a full-time car dealer. Some of you guys who've watched the channel and the videos from the beginning would know that I used to have a well-paid IT job, and I scrapped that in to do this, which is my passion. And at the moment I'm thinking like, I might have made the wrong career choice here. I'm out here in the rain, I could have been in a nice area of my house or in a nice office, sitting down, relaxing, and obviously doing some work. But I'm out here trying to clean this car up after I got it back from the valeter to try and get rid of the raindrops. I did the best I could before I took the photos and the videos on that, but my hands are freezing. So I'm still doing this content for you guys. So if that doesn't deserve a like and a subscribe, I don't know what does. And just on that note, actually, guys, YouTube can give you like feedback and some analytics on your videos, and there's roughly about 77% of you guys who are watching these videos are not subscribed. So please just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. It helps my channel grow, and it helps my content get pushed out to other viewers who might be interested in the content. So thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Keep warm, and I'll see you in the next one.